Here we go.
Today we look at the story about a family. This is the story of big-time sibling rivalry. That means brothers and sisters fighting. Jacob, the dad, had 12 sons. Jacob loved his son Joseph more than any of the other children because Joseph had been born to him when he and his wife Rachel were really old. Our story takes place when Joseph is 17 years old. The dad, Jacob, gave Joseph a special gift, a beautiful robe. It was colorful. It was extravagant. It was not the usual sort of thing that shepherds wore. Joseph wore it everywhere. All right. Joseph's brothers hated him because they saw that their father, Jacob, liked Joseph the very best. They could never say anything kind to Joseph.
Joseph is garbage. Yeah, he's rubbish. And that coat of his looks terrible with those sandals.
Plus, Joseph had dreams. And these dreams did nothing to make his relationship with his brothers any better. He told his brothers about one of his dreams.
Listen, I dreamed we were out in the field tying up bundles of grain. My bundle stood up, and then all of your bundles gathered around my bundle and bowed low before it. Isn't that amazing?
This dream caused Joseph's brothers to hate him even more.
So you're going to be our king? Howdy, King Garbage.
I'd better not tell him about my other dreams.
One day, Jacob, the dad, sent Joseph to check on his brothers. They were tending the flocks of sheep in a faraway field. So, Joseph's brothers saw him coming.
Here comes King Garbage. Come on, let's kill him. We can tell Father that a wild animal has eaten him.
But Jacob's oldest son, Reuben, came to Joseph's rescue.
Let's not kill him. Why should we shed his blood? He's our brother after all. Just throw him alive into a pit and let him die there. Yeah, good idea, Rube.
So, when Joseph arrived, they threw him into a deep pit. Then his brother Judah said,
"What do we gain by killing our brother? Let's sell him to those traders instead."
They pulled Joseph out of the pit and sold him for 20 pieces of silver. That's like 20 bucks. The traders took Joseph to Egypt and sold him to Potiphar, an assistant to the Pharaoh of Egypt. Remember, the Pharaoh's the king. Egypt's the place with the pyramids and the camels. Remember that? Look at that. The brothers then soaked Joseph's coat in animal blood and brought it back to the dad, Jacob. When the father saw the coat covered in blood, he cried,
"Some animal has killed my father."
and he cried for many days, so much that nobody could comfort him. Joseph was a slave for a long time in Egypt, but he always knew that God was with him and helped him to do the right things. Eventually, he became the slave of the Pharaoh, where he served him very well. In fact, he served the Pharaoh so well that the Pharaoh granted him his freedom, gave him some fancy clothes, a cool chariot, and some food.
Hooray! I'm free!
But there was trouble at home. Famine had struck the area, and everybody was starving. People came from all countries to buy food and grain from Joseph because the whole world was in need of food. Some of those people were Joseph's brothers. When his brothers came, Joseph recognized them, but they didn't know who he was, because it had been like 10 years since they had last seen him. They bowed at this clean, beautifully dressed man like bowing bundles of grain.
My brothers, I am Joseph. Is my father alive?
His brothers couldn't answer him because they were afraid. Then Joseph said,
Come here. I am your brother, the one you sold. Do not worry and do not be angry at yourselves for selling me, because God has put me here to save people from starving.
So his father, his brothers, and their families came to live in Egypt with Joseph, and they had all the food they needed.
The end.
They're hugging.
All right, puppet masters, come out and take a bow.
Take a bow. Come take a bow. Quick.
There's Harry and Dave. All right.